Alright, I literally just spent all day tuning this dungeon. In fact, the tuning I did for about the first 3 quarters of the day, I scrapped. Because it wasn't really doing anything. Because I was editing every boss's abilities and stats to Heidi SQL. And I'm not doing that anymore. The only thing I'm going to do with that is equipment stats and drops, loots. Anyway, so I'm gonna do this raid now. Finally. Um, Another problem that I realized I had while I was testing it out was I did not have a good comp. So I need it. I need my 8 tanks. I gotta have 8 tanks. That's how I always did raids. A lot of people say 4, but I'm doing 8. Okay. I'm gonna do 8 tanks, 8 healers. Might need more than that. Maybe I should do 6 tanks, 10 healers. I'm gonna do that. I don't think I have 8 tanks in my fucking guild anyway. Perfectly honest with you.
They can't join our group.
Let me let me summon them in here. I want to see if I can see this guy's um stats. Or I need to leave the dungeon. I think I might have fucked it up. Let me move everyone and then re-invite. Whatever.
They can't join our group.
I don't think I can do this. I might have to restart the server. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. Oh, I should probably put my headset on. Then I'll just skip them, I guess. It's not that big of a deal.
They can't join our group.
In fact, hold on. I like that. That's nice. That's actually really cool. Except now my warrior won't join my group because it's bugged. Yeah, how about we kick out all these guys that are like 0-0 and make room for some more tanks.
They can't join our group. They can't join our group.
I'm gonna have to restart the server. Okay, so that's 3 tanks.
They can't join our war. They can't join our war.
Well, I'm just gonna have to live with this, I think. I should probably turn my chat on. Alright. I'm gonna restart the server. You know, actually, I might just do a soft reset on the bots. That might help a little bit with this 000 issue. I don't know.
A lot of people have asked me to watch this video, okay? I don't exactly know what's going on. I've been tagged in like tweet threads about this like 50 times. I'm not even kidding. Like 50 times people have sent me this video to watch.
50.
Upper Echelon
That's everybody.
Gamers has been like a content creator I've watched for a long time. So we'll see what this is. Apparently, I think this is the guy Business Casual, and it has something to do with copyright. So let's figure out what happened. Here we go.
This video is brought to you by Guardio. Stick around to hear more about the discount they're providing to the entire Upper Echelon community. Also, it's not keeps, so no one gets to clown on Asmongold if he does ever watch this. Here's the...
Okay. I can see why you guys wanted me to watch this.
Business Casual, owned by a man named Alex Edson, whom I've covered before, has filed 3 deliberate strikes for just a few seconds of content based on public domain images against a channel named Magnates Media. Those strikes have initiated a countdown, at the end of which his entire livelihood and a very successful channel he has devoted the past 5 years of his life to.
Let's see this channel here. This is an extremely successful channel. Look at this. Like almost 4 million views, 1 million views, 700, 2 million, almost 1 million, 1 million, 2 million. Yeah, this is very successful channel.
Will be deleted.
Great
full scale.
thumbnails.
I consider this to be the fraudulent attempted assassination of a competitor's career, and 8 months ago, I tried to warn people. Alright, the title is kind of extreme, I get that,
watched
but
the original
I'm pretty sure
video.
it's justified, so please hear me out. Let me know at the end if I'm right about that. Here's the situation. A while ago, I covered a lawsuit against YouTube as a platform by a channel named Business Casual. Not just any lawsuit, this lawsuit was being pursued by a man named Alex Edson, who recently...
I talked to this guy a little bit, the Alex Edson guy, and he wanted me to watch the video, and I haven't actually. I feel like I thought that this kind of thing died off, so it just wasn't going to go anywhere. But considering this is still going, because I told him I would watch the video, right? Because I thought it would be fair to give 2 people, you know, their side of a story. I think that's fair.
So apparently, Internet Historian had like half his video library deleted again. I'm actually kind of wondering where If there's like somewhere that I can download his videos. He's probably actually the best YouTuber right now. Like, nobody puts as much effort into their content as he does. Period. It's not even close. A lot of deleted filthy prank videos on here. Anyway.
But we'll see what's gonna happen. It sounds like a trap. Well, it's not a trap. I mean, like, he just wanted me to watch the video. It's not saying react to it on stream. It's just saying watch it for yourself.
He bought the YouTube channel. He was not the original creator or the person behind the videos, and had now decided that a few seconds of his footage served as justification for taking down the entire Russia Today YouTube network. Alex Edson, in a rather long, high production value video, which, contrary to what he says, was not being suppressed at all, and many of you have likely already seen, went on the attack and asserted that YouTube was undermining America and helping the Kremlin, because a channel had used a few seconds of their copyrighted parallax animations. This is the part where I tell everyone to go watch a bunch of additional videos for context. I know that's annoying, so I'll try to summarize in a very, very fast way. There are 3 videos that I made down below to back up every single one of these claims, piece by piece, as well as a link to the original Business Casual lawsuit video.
Yeah, I watched one of these. I didn't watch, I think, another one. One of them I might have watched. I don't remember.
But here's the gist of it for people that don't want to sink the time into doing that. Alex Edson bought the Business Casual channel some time ago. Most of the original content there was not made by him. Once he owned it, he discovered that RT, Russia Today, more specifically RT Arabic, owned by TV Novosti, had used a few clips from his videos and decided to do something about it. He got very, very angry. Fine by me, whatever, who cares? His chosen attack vector was to say that they had infringed his copyright egregiously and deliberately. He filed strikes, conversed with RT Arabic in emails, got them to admit that they had used his content, and then went for the throat. One problem, he actually put himself on record in an affidavit undermining the entire premise of his own lawsuit, because there have been network-level strike parameters set out by YouTube since 2019. More details in my old videos. His lawsuit was an absolute joke. Setting that aside, because it doesn't affect me, nor do I care what happens between a copyright troll and a Russian state-sponsored media outlet.
Yeah.
I need some druid healers.
We now have to look at his other lawsuit and general claims. Alex Edson wasn't just suing RT, Russia Today, trying to get every single channel of this global organization banned outright because they used a few clips that were a few seconds long. He was also suing YouTube itself. Why? Well, because he thinks that YouTube is deliberately profiting off of copyright infringement. And you know what? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing, is I think that YouTube obviously profits off of copyright infringement. Every social media platform on the internet does. Like, Facebook profits off of copyright infringement, Twitter does, Twitch does, all of them do.
There definitely are a lot of bootlegged movies and shows, but then again, those get shut down over time, because operating a platform at scale is an imperfect thing. Still, YouTube can...
Yeah, like, realistically, you can't... You cannot preemptively remove all copyrighted content before people see it on a platform. It's just impossible to do.
Can be criticized for that, no question, absolutely. So what's the real problem? The real problem is that in his own lawsuit, Business Casual's legal team argued something very specific, which is critical to understand.
Okay.
For context, I went through all of their shit. But one very particular segment stood out to me, and I have to read it fully here for everyone to listen to. From the court, quote, "Let me ask you another question, Mr. Duff. The way that you describe it, it seems that it's just as easy to game the system from the front side as from the back side. What I mean by that is, it sounds like it's just as easy for a bad guy, let's say in this case, the defendant, to affirmatively or preemptively file a notification of infringement against you and then file 2 more within 90 days to give you 3 strikes. So what's to stop a bad guy from doing that if all that has to happen is that you just file a notice of infringement?" In response, Mr. Duff, part of Business Casual,
I'm gonna cheat a little bit here.
said, quote,
Also, I'm
"Your
keeping
Honor,
those
that
shoulders
is an
as a
excellent question.
convenience fee.
You are right. Bad actors are
Or
always going to
inconvenience
try and
fee.
find a way to game the system.
Well, I think that the problem really is with YouTube. Because there's nowhere in the DMCA law that says that you have to take down a channel after 3 strikes. This has just been kind of like this is just like a rule that they invented, YouTube invented. Like, for example, like I think a great parallel to this is like content creators doing hashtag ad. You don't actually have to put hashtag ad. You can put some other way of telling people that you're sponsored as well. Or instead, hashtag ad is just an example of it.
Alright,
But
I'm not
because
gonna
it's
tell you
so
what I did.
ubiquitous and so many
You'll figure
people
it out.
use that practice, people effectively assume that you have to do it. So you see this all the time now where like people are typing out like hashtag like Chipotle partner or hashtag Activision partner or something like that. And that is the exact same as disclosing a hashtag ad, right? It is the exact same thing. So the comparison here is that just because hashtag ad is super common doesn't mean that it's the only way that you can have a defense against like the FTC guidelines. In the same way that 3 strike rule is not the only way that you can have a defense against DMCA. So I don't know why YouTube has such a black and white policy for this. And also, I remember with the Russia Today situation, the reason why Alex Edson is suing YouTube is because they didn't take down YouTube after the 3 strikes. Because YouTube said they would, and then apparently, like he wanted to get all of Russia Today banned off of YouTube by issuing them strikes. But then somebody from Russia called YouTube and said if they did that they would just block YouTube in all of Russia. So YouTube didn't do it. Big surprise. And that's why he was suing them. That's what I remember happening. I could be wrong about that, but that's what I remember. And anyway, the 3 strike rule was completely arbitrary. We're not playing baseball here, okay? Somebody just invented this at YouTube.
The problem here is that the adjudication requirement is not only
Okay,
included
this
in the
is too
Digital
easy.
Millennium Copyright Act. If you read the other provisions of the DMCA Safe Harbor, Section 512, it's
He is
clear
doing
that
a lot
Congress
of
did
damage,
not
though.
want parties to have to sue to enforce their rights. So while it may be that the system could be gamed on the other side,
This is the reason
that's
I'm
what
doing
Congress
it this
intended
way.
it to be. End quote.
And I
That
thought
right
about
there-
this because I have experience with
And you read what this person is
bots.
saying. The problem here is that the adjudication requirement is not only not included in DMCA, Digital Millennium Copyright Act. So what he's saying here is that the 3 strike rule appears nowhere in the actual law. This has been invented
One
by
second.
YouTube.
These guys are being gay.
Is
Hold on.
Business Casual arguing that simply because he filed some strikes, it therefore means that YouTube needs to terminate the entire channel without him proving anything in a court of law? That's what we just read, and that appears to be precisely what he's doing now to a channel named Magnates Media.
I think that's actually an extremely strong argument that YouTube is not doing anything wrong.
I forgot
because
the dot
law
dying
never
before he
actually
died.
states what a good faith effort is. Like, making a good faith effort, I think, has to just be it's a legal defense. It's not like a classification.
YouTube sponsorships are all about being relatable. All of you, every day, are being absolutely bombarded by advertising, sponsors, and offers.
Oh, speaking of the advertising, he's obviously going into the sponsor segment here. Speaking of that, we have to talk about YouTube is blocking ad blocker. We're going to talk about that after this.
Links, which means one of 2 things. Either you click some of them, which can actually put you dramatically at risk, or you tune out, making YouTube sponsorships basically useless.
That's fair.
because
I got the
just-
shoulders. That's fair.
Yeah.
I want to change that, at least for this channel. Today's sponsor is Guardio, which is primarily a Chrome browser extension that offers threat tracking and online protection. I've used their research.
Those are the
videos,
mobs that
I have
spawn,
the
but I
source
don't care.
myself, and as far as I can tell, there's actually at least one verifiable instance where Guardio blocked a malicious download and prevented an infection on one of my devices.
Chrome
Guardio
setup,
also
that's
showed
what
me
it
an
said.
instance where my own data was breached,
Not
which makes this
Chrome.
2 separate instances that I can directly point to where the subscription more than paid for itself. And just to be thorough, online threats are always evolving. There is no singular method of staying safe all the time, but Guardio is an extremely valuable
Wear your tinfoil hat. That way nobody can get into your accounts.
of cookies, similar in topic to those of business casual, by way of the niche that they occupy.
Sure.
Of that small number, the similar topics are effectively where the connection stops, with wildly different lengths for every single video. What I mean by this is that the business casual video pertaining to Andrew Carnegie is 16 minutes long, but the video about Andrew Carnegie from Magnates Media is 54 minutes long. Of
Right.
that 54 minutes, quite literally 1 second of footage, not a typo or some like hyperbolic exaggeration, no. 1 second of footage is reportedly similar. It's this photo, actually, and I was also able to obtain a recording of the editor's timeline from Magnates Media, showcasing that this was not simply ripped out of a video and added to theirs. It is a deeply customized animation derived from a public image. Let me just outline the entire situation again.
Well, then why are they getting? Why is he getting a copyright strike then? If it was a public image that they animated, I don't understand.
Absolutely. Business Casual filed 2 separate lawsuits. One against TV Novosti, where they appear to have received a default judgment in the case, which I wholeheartedly disagree with here for a variety of reasons, but whatever. I'm not going to go to bat for Russia Today. They can defend themselves, or not. Apparently they can't even get an adequate lawyer as a result of international sanctions and pressure. The other lawsuit, however, was against YouTube, which was unceremoniously thrown in the trash, where they argued that they should not have to prove anything in a court of law. YouTube should merely terminate channels accused immediately. Now, after those events have died down, Business Casual, Alex Edson, files a strike against a similar YouTube channel to his own, covering business, finance, and entrepreneurial topics. But he doesn't stop there. Rapid fire, he files 2 more strikes, each one for less than 4 or 5 seconds tops.
Okay. So he's filing multiple strikes, and
You know, to be fair, I'd rather tune things by being too strong than being too weak, because being too weak is frustrating. Ask a woman. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna raise the HP just a smidge, and we're gonna take the spell damage or the damage back down, I think. Or you know what, we'll leave it the same. Yeah. Alright, who's getting dependent?
okay, and it's on this person. So basically, I get it. So he's trying to file 3 strikes to get this person's channel taken down. And the implication or the assumption is that he's doing it because this person is a competitor.
That's 3 strikes. That's the threshold for termination of a personal YouTube channel, like
Of course.
permanent deletion forever. And Alex Edson, after his lawyer argued that they shouldn't even need to prove their case before YouTube punishes the accused, has now set this channel up for termination because of a few seconds where the footage shown,
Which, by the way, is not true. So like DMCA says that you have to remove it immediately, but it also doesn't say that they have to keep his channel up either. So for example, like DMCA says that you have to remove content immediately as soon as you get a copyright notice of it, and you have to ban people that repeatedly break copyright. These are 2 fundamentally different things. because receiving a notice does not require a burden of proof, but banning somebody who repeatedly breaks copyright does require a burden of proof, because breaking copyright is a technical term, and receiving a notice is just simply an action. So they are right that they have to take the content down instantaneously or as quickly as possible whenever they receive it, but they are not right that the channel needs to be taken down because the copyright infringement was not proven. Copyright infringement
Need to
is
pull
a
them back.
legal term. A notice
Pull them
is
back.
not.
Pull them back.
Is
There we
highly
go.
Customized. Here's where we need a bit more clarity, because Alex Edson is unhinged. In his original 1 hour, 47-minute anti-YouTube video about how YouTube and Google are trying to undermine America in support of the Kremlin because a media outlet used his shitty little intro to film 101 parallax animations.
Yeah.
Oh, God forbid. Alex Edson makes a very specific claim.
After ripping our video from our channel, RT then used a digital eraser to scrape off our watermark, which they replaced with their own watermark. But they didn't stop there.
That is categorically untrue.
They pulled like so many mobs. They just run into the fucking room and pull all the mobs instead of just fighting the ones that are right there. I don't understand why.
I see. So what he's talking about is this thing right here. Is that what he means? So yeah. Yeah, this would just immediately be thrown away.
How the hell did we get
Because
the...
there was
Oh,
no-
the technicians
thing
are up
is, like,
there?
They did not directly alter the video. Because you can
What the
download, you
fuck?
can separate the YouTube video from these different icons. So they would have never had to alter anything. That's so scummy. No, well, I mean, yeah, for him to say that, it's scummy. And I think the problem is that a lot of times what these people rely on is a court that is technologically illiterate, or a defense that's technologically illiterate, that doesn't understand the nuances inside of YouTube, and then they take advantage of it. I think a really good example of this is, like, remember the Amber Heard case where she just changed the saturation on 2 photos and said that they were different? Well, a lot of people, apparently the courts in the UK, thought that was totally 2 different pictures. It's because they're technologically illiterate. Like, that's what happens. So you can run laps around people that just don't know anything. And I think this is another example of that. Or Kyle Rittenhouse? I don't remember that one, actually. I didn't pay attention to that very much.
It's a way to subscribe. If you download the video through any other format...
Man, Brave is starting to suck.
There is no watermark, because it isn't a watermark. Alex Edson has egregiously
Yeah, it's not a
misrepresented
watermark.
reality here, and that needs to be stated plainly. Hopefully...
Well, I think that if you're misrepresenting, like, this has always been, like, my perspective, and I've given people this advice before, I'll say it again. Anytime that you're doing business with somebody and you can't enforce the law, like, let's say you're selling something that's illegal. Let's say you're buying something that's illegal. Like, just let's cut down the brass tacks, okay? Let's say you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Anytime that somebody shows up and they don't have the exact amount of money that they said they would have, they don't have the exact amount of things that they said they would sell, it is not exactly what it needs to be, call the whole thing off. Because anybody acting in good faith is going to do exactly what they said they were going to do. And I've always had the perspective that if there's smoke, there's fire. And there is no reason for a person to make things up or misrepresent reality if they have the facts on their side.
people can start to get a complete idea of what's happening, or at least a more complete idea, but I'll spell it out. Because of a collective 6 seconds, 3 in the first strike, 1 in the second strike, and 2 in the third, Magnate's Media is about to have his entire channel terminated. Let me show you one of the precise images that we're talking about here. I want there to be no dispute on this. Alex, you're not weaseling your way out of this. I swear to you, you're not. Also, this is the image that was specifically cited by Alex Edson himself in private communication with Magnate's Media, where he said, quote, "Your videos constituted wholesale copying of my copyrighted content. You did not transform my content in any way whatsoever. You also took my copyrighted script, put it into ChatGPT or some other generative AI software, and made slight tweaks."
I feel like that is such a huge accusation. How can you possibly prove that? Like that's crazy that you would say that. Yeah, how can you prove that? Because like my understanding is like so this is probably what Alex would say. he would say that he could run their script, he could text to speech, or sorry, speech to text their script, and then put it into a detector, and the detector says that it was likely AI generated. But none of those detectors have a 99% degree of accuracy. So why are we going to, like, even if you use a detector and the detector says yes, that doesn't actually mean yes.
Upon
it's
a brief
still
and casual
speculative.
viewing of your infringing video, my copyrighted material was instantly recognizable. You did not transform my video in any meaningful way whatsoever. Your video is also about the same topic as my video, i.e., it serves the same purpose with the same target audience.
I do think that statement there indicates that there is a obvious acknowledgement, and there's an obvious what's the word I'm looking for? There's obvious knowledge that this video is a competitor to his own video. Like, he is effectively saying this video is competing with my video.
He should
There is no genuine
be a CEO at Walmart or
And
something.
lastly, your actions will not be viewed favorably in federal court. If you desire to
I am
avoid
not
the same
walking all the way
fate as
back
RT
there.
Russia Today.
Well, I mean, Russia Today didn't get banned. Nothing happened to them, so I don't know what to say.
I suggest that you immediately apologize for your egregious and unlawful behavior. Using generative AI tools such as ChatGPT, DALL-E/Midjourney to tweak my copyrighted content is not transformation.
I hope that I hope this person, if this is not true, I hope this person sues him for defamation or something. Because saying that somebody is just is stealing their work, and I feel like obviously he's taking down his channel, he's damaging his career. He should 100% sue him. He should countersue him 100%. Because if he didn't do this, and this guy's just making shit up randomly, then there's no way that he can just do that. He wants an apology so he can sue, because an apology is an act of admittance. I think you're right. Not defamation, because private message. Very good point. You're totally right. I'm wrong. I thought this was made publicly.
And the level of posturing here with a fundamental misunderstanding of everything to do with generative AI, because he obviously doesn't know what he's talking about,
damage. I
but
mean, he's getting
whatever,
his channel shut
he's
down.
incredible.
Stop
Setting all that
going
aside,
all
let's
the
look at
way
facts.
over
Alex censored
there
this image, which
to
pertains
fight
to
them
this section of a video
when we
he
can
uploaded.
just
I'm
do it
putting them
right.
one after the other, then side by
Here.
side, and I want people to pay attention to all the differences.
Oh,
For
that's
starters,
why.
the parallax animation
I did tell him to
is
target that
entirely
guy,
different.
didn't I?
It's anchored differently, it's cut differently. Just look
Yeah.
at how the entire industrial foreground zooms forward as a single image in one, but spreads as a 3-layer parallax in the other. These are different fundamental.
Well, you can look and see that it's not the exact same. Look at this house. Let me zoom in. Look at this house and look at this house.
I can't even click on anything.
See? This one is clearly different than this one. And by the way, the picture that they're doing this from is fair use. Yeah, like realistically, you can't
Oh, wow, my client
preemptively
crashed.
remove all copyrighted content before people see it on a platform.
That's interesting.
It's just impossible to do.
Can be criticized for that. No question. Absolutely. So what's the real problem? The real problem is that in his own lawsuit, Business Casual's legal team argued something
Oh,
very
I am going to
specific,
doubt repair
which is critical
myself.
to understand.
Okay.
Context
Most of that
clue.
damage is from
All of
playtesting this shit.
But one very particular segment stood out to me, and I have to read it fully here for everyone to listen to. From the court, quote, "Let me ask you another question, Mr. Duff. The way that you describe it, it seems that it's just as easy to game the system from the front side as from the back side. What I mean by that is, it sounds like it's just as easy for a bad guy, let's say in this case, the defendant, to affirmatively or preemptively file a notification of infringement against you, and then file 2 more within 90 days to give you 3 strikes. So what's to stop a bad guy from doing that if all that has to happen is that you just file a notice of infringement?" In response, Mr. Duff, part of Business Casual's legal representation, said, quote, "Your Honor, that is an excellent question. You are right. Bad actors are always going to try and find a way to game the system. The problem."
Well, I think that the problem really is with YouTube. Because there's nowhere in the DMCA law that says that you have to take down a channel after 3 strikes. This has just been kind of like This is just like a rule that they invented, YouTube invented. Like, for example, like, I think a great parallel to this is like content creators doing hashtag ad. You don't actually have to put
quite a bit of it, and I'm subscribed to them now.
Why did that reset?
a notice is not. No way you guys really think it's the same, right?
In one night.
And
He then
I don't
files
think,
three
by the way, I don't think it's exactly the same. Look at
Okay, I see where we're at
apologies and
now.
active admittance. I think you're right.
So apparently when my
Defamation was private
Warcraft crashed, I was
Very
hitting
good point. You're totally
hotkey
right. I'm
that
right.
reset my video.
I thought this was made publicly.
End quote. The level of posturing here with a fundamental misunderstanding of everything to do with generative AI, because he obviously doesn't know what he's talking about,
Damage.
but
I mean, he's getting
whatever,
his channel shut
he's
down.
incredible. But setting all that aside, let's look at the facts. Alex sent this image, which pertains to this section of a video he owns. I'm putting them one after the other, then side by side, and I want people to pay attention to all the differences. For starters, the parallax animation itself is entirely different. It's anchored differently, it's cut differently. Just look at how the entire industrial foreground zooms forward as a single image in one, but spreads as a 3-layer parallax in the other. These are different fundamental.
Well, you can look and see that it's not the exact same. Look at this house. Let me zoom in. Look at this house and look at this house.
Spreads as a 3-layer parallax.
See? This one is clearly different than this one. And by the way, the picture that they're doing this from is fair use. It's the same. There's no way you guys really think it's the same, right? Am I taking crazy pills? Here. Let's zoom in really, really close. Okay. So if we use a unit of measurement as... what can we use as a unit of measurement? Let's try and use maybe this as like one of these, right? Sorry, I can't really do a very good job of this. So we'll put it right there, okay? And then we use this one over here, right here. You think that this is the same size? Let me zoom in even more. Let's get down to the individual pixel level. Okay. So we're looking at this size right here. And then we'll look at this size right here. The point here is much closer than this one here. It's exactly the same. The left one is shorter. Yeah, the left one is obviously shorter. Here, I'll do this, okay? So this is the top, right? And then this is the top here. It's a different perspective. It's a different camera pan. Yeah, it is a different camera pan. And the point that I'm making is that a different camera pan means that the way that the layers were used could not have been directly copied, because a direct copy would have used the exact same camera pan. That's the point that I'm making. Obviously, it's the same foundational picture. But what I'm saying is that the production of this picture and the difference between these 2 points in creating different layers in this, again, public use picture implies that the editing process was not copied. Because if the editing process was copied, this distinction would be exactly the same. But it's not. So that means that it was done in a different way.
What's up, bro?
You said different house? No, I didn't.
My Friday evening. I'm sorry. I don't get another 3-day weekend like the last 2 weeks. So. How long you been playing this season? Yeah. Was you building a Gundam model? What's his name? He said you was building one. Oh man. Been a crappy ass damn week. Be right back. I'm gonna grab my coffee. Yeah. So are you doing 60-man raids or how complicated is that to control with the bots? Okay. Man. Well, Steam's connecting and disconnecting. Said Steam is connecting for some reason. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go to your live stream. Are the bots doing a good job keeping you alive and shit? I've never had Popeye's chicken, man. I've never had it.
Oh, my mic was muted. I'm sorry. I said you can get me Popeyes. I don't care as long as it's not like fucking cauliflower or some shit. Get me like their tender meal, big one. I think they have, don't they have like a 3-piece and a 6-piece or something like that? Get me the big one, bigger one. That's right, kill me, see if I care. My armors are already shot anyway.
Oh my god. That
What?
was a huge friggin' mob of the damn whelps.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the whelps spawn like every 30 seconds.
Did you complete it?
Not the raid, but I got the head I needed for the quest.
You got my attention. Watch your
And I got those nice wrists.
what's on your mind.
Alright, who do I turn this into again? Oh, that's kind of a ways away. Go ahead and do coleslaw and root beer, please. Oh. Wow.
Good choice.
What, coleslaw and root beer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Their red beans and rice has gotten kind of shitty lately. They're skimping on it. I don't mind coleslaw. I've only had like 1 or 2 bad coleslaws in my life. And the thing about coleslaw is it's either amazing, which very few are, or it's just good.
Do you like it homemade?
Oh yeah. That's like the best way to have it. Like we have a restaurant down by where I live that does their own coleslaw. And I would go broke if I lived next to that restaurant because we ordered them with DoorDash. And I tried their coleslaw because it comes on their Nashville chicken sandwich. And, oh, it's so good. My wife hates coleslaw, but I absolutely love it. Unless it's like a bad coleslaw, which is just as rare as amazing coleslaws. But they do happen. Some are like too watery. Fuck those. It's easier to make a good coleslaw than it is to make like cooked spaghetti noodles. I'll be right back. I get another beer. I said 5-piece. The fuck?
What?
I said 5-piece.
Hold on, 1 second. Said what?
I said fucking 5-piece with coleslaw and a root beer.
Okay. Alright, I gotta put my phone back in my pocket.
Bye.
Alright.
Good grief. Puppy, you're the only other smart person in this apartment, you know that? You know that, Babs? Guess what? Laura's gonna be home soon. Yes. And she's bringing chicken. Laura's bringing more chicken. Yes. Come here, let's go see. Let's go see. Okie dokie. So are you a beer drinker?
Yeah, I drink a little bit.
What's your favorite one?
It's basically bitch beer, but you know, I like it. I've always liked it. I can't stand like anything like Miller Lite or Bud Light or I like Smirnoff.
Oh, wine coolers?
Is that what they are?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to try to sound more manly, you can call them malt liquors.
What about you? You ever drunk an Angry Orchard?
Actually, no. I never tried any of those before.
What do you drink?
It depends on what I'm in the mood for. Right now, I'm drinking Oberon because it's so damn hot out. Oberon's like the best warm weather beer.
Damn, I've never heard of that brand.
It's by Bills. In fact, you guys might not even have it. I don't know where you're from, but this one's Bills is based out of Michigan. So, and I also like Moosehead. I like Sang Tao. Sang Tao is probably my favorite all season beer. What else? My favorite generic American beer is probably Genuine Draft.
Never heard of that brand either.
Or Miller Genuine Draft, just regular Miller, basically. And I don't remember if it's in, I think it's in a can. Or no, Miller's not my favorite. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. Old Milwaukee. Old Milwaukee is my favorite American beer.
I think I've had one of those.
I like Old Style, Genuine Draft.
What kind of liquor you drink?
White Russians all day, every day. I actually stopped drinking them because it was getting warm out and they just taste like shit when it's warm out. So I switched back to beer.
I used to drink a lot of Fireball.
It's like everybody I know drinks Fireball.
I
Either
used to mix it
Fireball
with,
or Jägermeister.
I used to mix it with Cold Red Mountain Dew.
Oh my gosh. That actually does sound pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
It's better with Cool Blue Gatorade.
You ever have gin?
Think so.
Gin and Squirt used to be my favorite drink back in the day. You get fucked up on that. I'm like not getting any audio for some reason.
How may I help?
Okay, I've never seen that before. The Cenarian Hold, I've never seen that place.
Goddess, watch over.
I have to restart the server because I need to switch my settings back. Because I was playing on a modified Mango's Mango's D setting, so the bosses didn't hit as hard. Because Broodlord Lashlayer will just one-shot my whole party.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's weird though, like some single player project course I played on, like the harder bosses, you can just breeze right through them. You don't need to adjust anything, and then some you just can't. I'm hoping these settings will work on AQ as well and Molten Core. Molten Core is pretty easy.
Have you done the full Molten Core yet?
No, I haven't.
I loved everything about Classic, but I didn't get to enjoy it fully. Like I finished on my quest, I'm pretty sure, for my warrior I had on retail at the time.
And another thing about playing with bots is, like, you're not constantly running into people that just know everything about the game already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, I missed it. I played early enough in WoW's history on a private server to where not everybody knew where everything was. So if I was in like a zone chat, what the fuck? Hold on a second. Discount sweatpants. Has like a metal thing on the tip of the string, and one of them fell off. Anyway, yeah, you have people that like genuinely didn't really know where stuff was, and you'd be asking them like zone chat, okay, where's this? And some people would be like, I think it's over there. Some people would be telling you, I fucked your mom. It's true. See it. I've been sitting here the entire time. I want to be able to get back out.
I hate whenever the strings like they'll go inside the pants and then you fight like hell to get it back out. That fucking shit sucks.
I'll probably just have to try to get this. I don't think I'm gonna find that other tip. I'll just use Scotch tape. Like the poor white trash that I am. You know, it's funny because we buy from this discount store that buys like shit that didn't sell at the mall at like discount.
Is
And
it sort of like
resells
a
it.
Goodwill?
Not really, because Goodwill's more of like donations. This
Mhm.
place just kind of buys and resells.
Just a discount, right? Just
Yeah.
a discount.
And I've gotten really good about checking the clothes out to see like, because most of it is for because it's defective or something.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten really good about finding the defects, and you know, we were checking these pants over, and I'm like, wow, there's no fucking defects. Get home, I'm wearing them. Worn them for about a month and a half, 2 months now, probably 2 months, and fucking string tip falls off. I just gotta stop buying from that place. First world problems.
Yeah, it is the it is, so basically what happened is that this is what happened. I did. It's the same house. I forgot exactly what I said, but anyway, I don't want to get into it. What the point that I'm making.
Anyway, that video is boring. Why am I back here? Do I still have my head at least? Oh my goodness.
The Searing Gorge.
How the hell do you spell
Holy shit, was that your raid team?
it? Yeah. Scenario. Alright, now I gotta find somebody that does repairs. I forgot the dot save before I restart my server. It's a little embarrassing.
Does that mean you screwed up everything like you just did?
Oh, it rolls you back if you don't dot save. I don't know what the interval is. It auto saves by itself, but if you don't dot save, it'll roll you back to like 5 minutes ago or some shit.
Can you dot save inside the WoW, or does it have to be
Yeah.
inside the
You just put in dot save and then hit enter, or you can put it on a macro. 1 second.
do you have to be a GM?
No, you don't have to be GM.
Hey,
What do you want?
they're out of mild tenders, by the way, you're on speaker.
They're on They have spicy.
Yeah, they have spicy.
Get spicy.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
Bye. That's another reason I hate Popeyes, because they're always out of everything. They think it's still 2020 and they have to keep simulating a shortage or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, you can just type .save in chat. I have it on a macro next to all my other commands that I use frequently, so I can just click it. And I'll say player saved in chat, but it actually saves all the bots and everything too, not just you.
Is there any way you could send me a copy of your macro list?
I don't think so. I don't even know how I would do that. But it's basically just attack, flee, follow, loot, pull, stay, summon, tank attack. They have I can send you this. Hold on a second. This I can send you. I'm gonna send it in stream news here. That is pretty much a list of all the commands and relevant GM commands.
Alright, that works.
Hail. How may I aid you? Well met. Be careful. Hello. May the stars guide you.
Oh well, apparently I'm hated with them. That's no good.
Talking about reputation.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that back in the day. Oh my god.
I'm not even sure if I can kill this by myself. I'll try.
I need a target. I need a target. Mana. Not enough.
Oh wow, I don't have any mana.
Recharging.
Really? You're just gonna grow on the ground like that? Fucking asshole. Where are you? Come out of the ground. Oh, and then he just resets. What the fuck?
Wow, it fell on the ground.
Oh, you know what? I need to kill the workers anyway, don't I? Actually, I don't remember. I'm gonna look this up. Silithic carapace fragment. I've never tried doing this quest before, so I have no idea where shit drops.
Do those spiders actually just go on the ground like that? I don't think I've ever been in that area.
I'm pretty sure it was a bug.
There's probably a lot of little bugs like that in there, ain't there?
Not as many as there used to be, but there are still some. Now, do I need cracked carapace? Okay, I need the fragments. So I need these. They drop from anything that's not an elite? Awesome. And those are over there. Okay. Let me try this worker first. Oh, I still have rest sickness. That's why I keep running out of mana. I'm gonna have to unaura myself here. There we go.
What was the last raid in Classic? Vanilla.
Naxxramas. It's one of the ones that a lot of people didn't do. Because it came out after Burning Crusade was already announced, and people were like, what's the point of even doing this one? Because the first green you get in the Outlands is better than anything you get in Naxxramas. Just about. It's kind of stupid. Alright, let's see if he goes to the ground again. There we go. Ooh, that was a big crit. 1636. Goodness.
That's the recharge in.
I'm shitting on an elite like it's nothing.
Spell isn't ready yet.
I'm probably gonna house rule this and only do this quest one time and give myself enough ref to be neutral. Or maybe I'll sneak over on the Heidi SQL and edit how much rep you get for turning this in.
I'm out of range.
And before I do, let me just understand, I completely get and respect all the people that grinded from hatred to neutral. And this isn't even 100% drop rate. It's actually kind of ridiculous. But I'm not about to do that. I'm not 14 anymore. Can't just sit here and kill bugs for a living. I could if I took that career path though, and I'm kind of glad I don't, because roaches creep me out. More so than spiders. Because spiders, you see like one spider, it's probably just one spider. You see one roach, GG.
What about bed bugs?
Oh,
Fuck that shit.
yeah.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Or mayflies.
Fucking nightmare, man.
I used to deliver for Amazon like on a contractual thing, and it had me go up to this house a little bit west from me, out in the boonies a little bit. And they got this long driveway. It goes in like a U shape, and it comes out two different places. I went in, I pull up to their house, and it was just my whole car was surrounded by mayflies. There was probably like 10,000 of them. And if I'm exaggerating, it's probably slightly. There was a lot. And I just got out of my car, threw the package on the porch. Luckily, it landed on the porch. Jumped back in my car, took a picture from my car, and then drove off like a bat out of hell. Those things are worse than mosquitoes.
It's too far away.
I almost wanted to like just come back with a fucking aerosol can and a lighter and just burn them all. You gonna drop anything good, mister? No? Fuck you. Wait, don't I have to get... So I gotta kill... Okay, I'm at one of the hives. Damn it. Give me your fragments. Stupid bugs. I might just make a raid group again and have them kill all these insects for me, and I'll just loot them.
I'm tempted to try the 3500 bots like you got, but I don't know if my rig will handle it.
How much RAM do you have?
16 gigs.
Running it off your server off an SSD?
Yeah.
Maybe. Like mine, hold on, let me look. It'll be a really good way to tell because it's been on for a while. Mine is actually only using 6 gigs. The most I've seen it with 3500 is 10.5 gigs.
What's the stock setting, or not stock setting? What's the default setting for the
I
bots?
think the default is like 1,000 or 1,500 or something like that. Probably 1,000.
That's the recharge in. Ready yet. That's the recharge in.
I haven't gotten a single one yet. Maybe I have to go inside the hive. Which sucks because this is like my least favorite area in the whole game. Any like outdoor dungeon-esque area that you go like so far deep into that by the time you're ready to come back out, everything's respawned behind you.
That area you're in is familiar to me.
Oh shit, there's two of them here.
That steel recharge in. Cast that in. That steel recharge in.
I really don't want to reset if I don't have to.
That spell isn't over here yet. Can't cast that yet.
Let me at least see if he's gonna drop one. No? Well, fuck you. Oh, there's another one right there. I don't think I can get out of here. Oh. The hell are you doing here? One second.
All right, man. All right. Have a good night, man.